Hello and welcome to the outdoor video vlog by yours truly. This time you find me in a Deepdale valley in the Lake District, and behind me you can see a mountain called Greenhow End, and just to the side of that, the one with the snow on it, I think that's Hart Crag. So we had a bit of snow last night. I'm on a wild camp. We had a bit of snow last night, nothing much down here, but I suspect on the tops there's quite a bit, but it's really cold. We've got an northeasterly blowing at the moment, and it's a bit of a cold snap in the UK, but the spectacular landscape more than makes up for feeling flipping cold. So yeah, in this vid I'd like to talk about starting out on rubbish equipment back in the 70s, the mid 70s like I did. Was that a help or a hindrance? Obviously today you can start out on amazingly good guitars that aren't that expensive. You look at Squire Classic Vibe, the Epiphones and some of the PRS SEs. Fantastic guitars for the money, way ahead of anything that me and my generation had to start out on. And you can plug that into some fantastic amps like the Boss Katana, and you've got all the kind of overdrives on it and effects and that. And you can even gig with these amps now, you know. I think, yeah, definitely guitar players get a massive head start now. And then you've got all the resource of the internet as well, like YouTube and that. If you want lessons or you want to learn to play a song, it's massive. I think it really is a fast learning curve for people now. But when I started out, it was all like offshore built guitars, Far East and stuff. There was a huge gap between that and say a Fender or a Gibson. Huge gap. There's nothing in between. So you really, unless you had parents that were minted, you had to start out on these cheap budget guitars. And of course the actions on these guitars were hugely high, and the tuners, it never stayed in tune. The pickups were weedy. They were rubbish really. I started on a Strat copy and it was horrible, to be honest with you. But I had to learn to play it. That's all I had. So I had to learn to play it, and I honestly believe that guitar, the action of it and everything like that, it actually informed my playing even to this day. It affected how I bent the strings, vibrato. I think all that's kind of stayed with me, even though I play obviously guitars with far better actions now. I think that's all kind of stayed with me, and it's given me a personal kind of sound. So I'd say that's a good thing in a way. And when you look back at guitar players from back in the day there, and that individuality does seem to be in their playing, like, you know, it does seem to be there. You compare that to modern players and it's all very sleek in that. I mean, there's some brilliant players around today, don't get me wrong. Some of the younger players now are absolutely stunning technical players. But I think when it comes to that feel aspect inside of it, maybe starting out the way we did gave us something a bit unique. It's just some thoughts there. I mean, I plugged this Strat copy into a terrible amp, a Selmer 15 watt solid state amp. There's no master volume on it. It was just volume and tone. That's all it had on it. And for gain, I bought this second-hand Ibanez fuzz box. It had like 2 sliders on it. It was pretty horrendous. And because I was right into Alex Lifeson back then, I bought this second-hand Ibanez phaser. Like, you know, that was my effects, and I had this set up for quite a few years. Like, you know. So yeah, I was playing this fuzz box, and again, that must have informed my playing in some ways or another. But I can remember a mate of mine, I was in the local music shop trying out this guitar. I was playing away there, I didn't notice him, and then he sort of appeared in this kind of like doorway of this cubicle where you can try the guitars out. He said, "Oh, I thought it was you." I said, "What do you mean you thought it was me?" He says, "Oh, when I came down the stairs I could hear somebody playing guitar, and I thought, that's Brian, that, isn't it?" And I thought, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." He says, when you play, it sounds a certain way. So maybe, you know, it is, you know, in a roundabout way, it's a good thing. But the negative obviously was development. Back in my era, the development of guitar players was slow. It was very slow compared to now. But that's just some thoughts on it. I'm not saying today's better and yesterday was worse or vice versa. Just saying it was different, and maybe it did inform my playing in a roundabout way. So I hope you found that interesting in some way or another. I'm absolutely perishing now. I need to get going. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all later, guys. Stay safe, keep well. Bye.